Ryan Neiman, Brian Wilson, Mary Catherine Ham, today's newsmakers, and you, the Morning Majority. 105.9 FM. AM 630. WMAL.
7:38. Trevor Matich is in the studio this morning.
Wow.
It's great to have you here,
Awesome.
Trev.
Good morning. Nice to be here.
I teased beforehand I didn't really care about the game because they're playing the Patriots, and we all know they're going to lose. I do care about these suspensions, and I want to get your take on Tim Tebow as well. All right, start with Trent Williams and Fred Davis, suspended 4 games for violating the substance abuse policy in the NFL.
Glaucoma?
No. I don't think they just enjoyed smoking dope, right? I mean,
Apparently so. Apparently so. And the thing is, the monumental level of stupidity here is what really strikes me, because in my opinion, if you're going to be making this kind of money in the NFL, especially if you're Fred Davis, who's in a contract year right now, his contract is up. And so he'll have a chance to then, this year show that he is worth big bucks in his next contract. And really, normally where you make your biggest money is in your second contract. Well, this is his second contract for Fred Davis. To throw that away, to jeopardize that for this reason is just stupid. It's also so disrespectful to your teammates, because these are really the 2 best players on offense that the Redskins have outside of Santana Moss, and so they let them down as well. And when it comes down to it, it just seems to make sense that if you were going to map out your drug use during life as an NFL player, that you would just save up your money and put it into a bank account over here, and then after the season you can go hang out with some rock group in Thailand and smoke to your heart's content. But don't do it now. There's too much to lose. Actually, don't do it ever. But
so I have this correct. Each of these guys had 3 strikes before they were out.
Yeah, on the third strike, the third positive test, the NFL can suspend you for a year. But in this case, because of the scenario with the lockout, there was a negotiation between the NFL Players Association and the NFL that the players that got caught during this time would only be suspended for 4 games.
But they had 2 times before to know that they were on thin ice, right?
At least 2. At least two positive.
Yeah. Well, and this is the thing that drives me nuts. I mean, I honestly think that if Shanahan wants to really send the message about team discipline and about being for the team and not for yourself, he lets these 2 guys go. I mean, I know look, the season's lost anyway. If you have any hope of getting a team that goes forward with a winning tradition, you've got to change the culture. This would certainly send a message, would it not?
It would send a message. And the thing is, that probably is on the table. When you talk about changing the culture, that's why this is so disturbing. It'll take more than just the 2 years that Shanahan has had so far to upgrade the talent level across this team. It takes time to do that, especially when you're building through the draft, which is what the Redskins are doing now, which is the right thing to do. But you can change the culture. You can change the attitude in 2 years. And it seemed like they had done that.
Yeah.
All of a sudden now it seems like we thought they had done that, and there's still a rotten core in there. Now here's the thing. Rather than just release them now to make that statement, probably what they're thinking, what I would be thinking, is make them suffer. Put them through the ropes, especially in the off season. Let the other teammates see that they are going above and beyond, and in terms of extra running, extra weights, extra everything, and they're doing the things they need to do to get back into the good graces of the team. If they do that, then both things have been served. The talent is still there, and the culture is preserved because they have paid a price.
Look, whether you like it or not, they're still the 2 best probably offensive players on the team. You can't just say, go away forever, we're going to cut you because of this. I mean, that's just the honest truth about it in the NFL. And other franchises have had similar situations, or guys that make off-the-field problems for themselves, and they still wind up staying on the team because they're good. It's kind of capitalism, right, to an extent.
What it is salary capism.
Yeah.
Since the salary cap has come in, you really can't afford to do things that you could do in the old days. Remember when receiver Keyshawn Johnson was playing for the New York Jets, and he was writing books saying, just give me the blank ball.
Yeah.
And he was publicly criticizing his offensive coordinator for the way he was calling plays. This is a rookie in the NFL, a young player in the NFL. In the old days, the veterans on that team would have taken him behind a woodshed and just had a few conversations with the guy. And they could have cut him at that time without losing anything but talent, because the salary cap now keeps you from doing that, because you not only lose the talent if you cut these guys, you also have big cap hits which affect acquiring future talent.
All right, I wanted to get into Tim Tebow, if we could. because I love your opinion, I respect your opinion. Is Tim Tebow a legitimate NFL quarterback for the future, for the next 10 years for the Denver Broncos, or for any other franchise for that matter?
Without question, maybe. Yeah, and
that's how I feel.
Yeah,
that's how I feel.
You make a great politician.
Yes, I do. Here in Washington, D.C. Sign me up. Here's the thing. What he's doing there is really running a version of the zone read option offense that he ran at Florida. This is a college offense. And in the NFL, you see a few plays like this, but they're only gimmick plays that are run around the goal line occasionally. Well, all of a sudden, since they've committed to Tebow this year as their starter, they've committed to running this offense there. And in doing so, they've been very successful. If they want to stay committed to that offense, meaning practice it, get really, really good at it from a blocking standpoint, get a backup quarterback in that can do the same thing so that if Tebow gets hurt, they don't switch back to a pro-style offense. Then, yes, he can be a long-term quarterback at Denver. Yes, he can be successful with that. As defenses in the NFL begin to catch up with what they're doing, they can adjust as well. And I think we're seeing that happen now. But if they ask him to go back to being an NFL-style quarterback, forget it. And think of it this way as a passer. One thing he will need to do is be able to throw the ball, and he does so very well in the fourth quarter right now.
Yeah.
But all during the game, he will need to throw the ball, but he doesn't need to throw it like Tom Brady. Precision, timing, 30, 40 times a game. He needs to throw it like Georgia Tech. Every once in a while, play action pass, throw the ball way up into the sky, let it come down 30 yards down the field to a 6'5" tall wide receiver who can jump out of the stadium and go catch it one-on-one. If he can do that, then yes, he can be successful.
All I'm saying about the guy is he wins. He finds a way to win.
He finds a way to win, and I will tell you this, that whether or not you like him personally, whether or not you like his displays publicly of his faith, whether or not you think he can be an NFL quarterback long term, I don't think there's any way you can deny that you must admire that he sticks to his guns.
Yeah. 7:44 on WMAL. Thanks, Trev.
Thanks.